Nowhere on here does it say exactly how many servings of each of these foods from the food groups that you need to eat. And the reason why is because it depends on how much you weigh and how active you are and your age. So again, they've taken off the amount of food that you should eat, and you have to figure it out yourself by going to their website to calculate how much food you should need to eat to maintain your weight. So when we talk about energy from food, we want to think about energy in terms of how a chemist would think about energy. And so the source of all the energy that that we take in as food comes from the sun. Okay, so it's the electromagnetic radiation, from the sun that is trapped in the chemical bonds of plants. And the type of electromagnetic radiation that's trapped are photons from visible light. Okay, so it's the visible light from the sun that the photosynthesis in plants is able to harness that energy from the visible light and fix carbon dioxide into glucose, and that's where the energy is stored. And then it's shuttled around, and it's used for the energy for the plant itself, and then animals eat the plants. Some animals only eat other animals, but the animals they eat originally got it from the plants. Okay, so that's where the energy comes from in the food that we eat. It's from the sun originally. And so when you think about how the energy cycles, the energy, it takes energy to make this reaction go. And this reaction is carbon dioxide plus water to give glucose plus oxygen. That's the famous photosynthesis reaction. And in order for this reaction to go, it's an endothermic reaction. You have to supply energy to the system. And so that energy, of course, comes in the form of the visible light. Okay, so that energy then gets trapped in the carbon-carbon bonds, and that's the energy then in metabolism is how we get the energy back out. So obviously plants are able to what we call fix carbon dioxide from the atmosphere into glucose, and then it's stored as starch and whatnot in the plant. That the carbons are also, converted into fats in the plants as well, the oils that are associated with plants, and then that energy from the plants is used in metabolism. So the actual cell, glucose is what we need, and there's lots of other types of molecules that we take in, but our body's capable of transforming things into glucose to get the energy back out. So that's where the energy comes from. It's just stored in the chemical bonds.